even if you are using the updated versions or the premium versions, I have been using the updated version of Chat GPT, which can access the internet, and it's amazing. And at the same time, you don't know how many times I have heard a response from Chat GPT and thought, that doesn't sound quite right. And I have asked it to fact check itself, and it'll come back and say, oh, you're correct. Sorry for the oversight. Here is the actual answer, right? Which I still have to fact check anyway, because at that point I'm like, ChatGPT, I don't know if I trust you for this factual data. Welcome to Authentic AI for Entrepreneurs, the podcast that shows you how to leverage the power of AI technology without wasting your time or selling your soul. Let's embrace making AI work for you. Hey, my human friend. I'm your host, Kinsey, and today we are talking about 3 rookie mistakes that I see a lot of people making when it comes to using AI technology and specifically ChatGPT in their businesses. These are just things that you might not realize you are doing wrong. You may not even realize that there's another option out there. And these are things that will help you easily improve the results that ChatGPT and AI is throwing your way so that you can start seeing more success and hit the ground running to get it to work for you in a way that's aligned with you. So this is going to be a quick, actionable, and easy listen for you. I want you to hear this and go implement the tips I'm sharing today. And if you do enjoy this show, please go ahead and leave us 5 stars or a friendly review because I would love to hear from you. And that really does help us to boost our message and continue growing our authentic AI community. All right, without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. Have you been feeling frustrated trying to get ChatGPT to sound like you? You know this is an awesome tool you can use for so many things in your business, but you're tired of wasting time going back and forth only to end up with generic copy that sounds like a robot wrote it. Our new brand persona for ChatGPT mini course will help you hone your brand's unique voice with the help of ChatGPT, so you can get ChatGPT to dish up content ideas that are perfect for your brand and write copy that sounds just like you. With this quick, easy, and actionable mini course, we'll walk you through the process of training ChatGPT for your brand. So in less than an hour, you can turn ChatGPT into your amazing new assistant, content creator, copywriter, brainstormer at a minuscule fraction of the cost. So why wait? Sign up for our brand persona for ChatGPT mini course right now at AuthenticAIForEntrepreneurs.com/mini course. And in less than an hour, we'll get your ChatGPT to sound just like your brand and work authentically for your business. All right, my friend, like I said, I'm going to keep this quick and actionable and to the point so you can take these tips and hit the ground implementing. So the first rookie mistake that I see a lot of down-to-earth solopreneurs making is thinking that AI knows it all and can do it all. This is something that I fell into myself, if we're honest, and it took a little bit of learning to realize what the truth actually is, because I think that there's so much hype around AI. And when you first start using it, it does feel freaking amazing, right? You're like, oh my gosh, this chat bot can just throw all these answers back at me really quickly. I don't know about you, but my chat GPT is super confident in its answers all the time. And it's always trying to please me and make me happy, right? And all of a sudden, I find myself thinking, okay, well, this thing can help me with everything in my business, and it's given me all the right answers. And here's the thing, my friend, while AI technology and ChatGPT is amazing, like seriously, it can do so much to help us in our lives, but especially in our businesses as solopreneurs when we are at that point where we're still wearing all the hats, trying to navigate all the things and still find a little wiggle room behind the scenes to actually enjoy our lives. It can do a lot and it can help us a lot. However, it is important to understand the limitations and especially the limitations of specific software and specific forms of specific software, right? So for example, with ChatGPT, if you are using the free version, which is awesome, it's this crazy, amazing software that can give you answers back really quickly and help you with brainstorming ideas, help you organize your thoughts and processes, but the free version does have limited data. Its data stops, its knowledge base stops at November of 2021, I believe the date is, right? Or it might even be September of 2021. And so it only knows information up until that point. And think about all the new things that have happened since then. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that it knows and a lot of stuff we can use it for. But if you're looking to use Chat GPT for current data, such as if you want to research current trends for SEO or hashtags or whatever it is, if you are using ChatGPT for current specific stats or news or updated stuff, whatever that looks like, you should not be using the free version of ChatGPT just because there is no way for it to know that. Because on top of only having that limited data set that stops 2 years ago, it also cannot access the internet. So if you're using the free version of ChatGPT, it cannot go scroll or browse websites, right? It cannot give you that updated information. There's no way for it to do it. But I do have to say, on top of that, one of the biggest rookie mistakes that I hear a lot of people making, especially when they're just starting to learn about AI, is believing AI is always correct and factual, which it is not. Even if you are using the updated versions or the premium versions of specific things, right? I have been using the updated version of ChatGPT, which can access the internet. I use specific plugins that helps me browse the web and get specific stats and information about different things, and it's amazing. And at the same time, you don't know how many times I have heard a response from ChatGPT and thought, that doesn't sound quite right. And I have actually asked it to fact check itself, and it'll come back and say, oh, you're correct. Sorry for the oversight. Here is the actual answer, right? Which I still have to fact check anyway, because at that point I'm like, ChatGPT, I don't know if I trust you for this factual data. And on top of that, it's not always right, quote unquote, for your brand. Okay, so this is something that I really want to drive home for you is firstly, ChatGPT doesn't even always get the facts right. There's this like crazy case study that happened that it wasn't even a case study. It was an accident made by a lawyer where ChatGPT quoted this lawyer like lots of different references to use in its case. And the lawyer tried to use that in its defense. And it was not even factual, right? ChatGPT made it up and the lawyer got in trouble. But I digress. ChatGPT is not only not always factual, it's not always right when it comes to your brand specifically. For example, there have been several times when I've been going back and forth with ChatGPT and I'll be like, what are the, top rookie mistakes that people make when it comes to using ChatGPT? I'll ask ChatGPT that. And it'll throw back responses at me. And sometimes I'm like, okay, well, what about this idea or this angle or this approach or this opinion? And it'll come back and be like, oh, that's a great idea too. Let's add that to the list. So it's important to always remember to firstly fact check ChatGPT, but then also remember to run everything that it throws your way through the filter of your brand, your values, your opinions, your approach, what makes sense for your ideal customers, all of that stuff, because it is up to you to use your critical thinking brain in collaboration with ChatGPT so that you can get the best responses that make the most sense for you. Just because ChatGPT knows a lot, just because AI technology has access to a lot of data and can dish that up for you on an awesome digital plate, like right away, that does not mean that you need to turn off your brain. In fact, the opposite is true. I want you to think critically and strategically about everything that ChatGPT throws your way because that is how you will get the best results for you and also maintain your brand's strategy, your brand's authenticity, and your brand's values, right? Now, the second rookie mistake I see a lot of people making is that they are getting frustrated with the results that ChatGPT throws their way because they say that all of the responses sound generic, right? Like, well, I tried using ChatGPT for my brand, but it threw all these results at me that didn't sound like me. Either it was overly formal or overly cheesy, or it just didn't make sense for my brand. Like I never use the word henceforth. Like where did it pull that out of? And people have been getting frustrated because Firstly, a lot of people's emails and social media posts and all these different things are starting to kind of sound robotic and kind of sound the same. Like it's getting pretty easy to pick a Chat GPT written caption, a bot written caption or email or whatever it is out of a lineup, right? We can always tell that there's the telltale signs like the semicolon and words like unlock and unleash, right? Like those are telltale signs. Sometimes over emoji use as well, I have found myself. But one of the biggest rookie mistakes that I see people making with ChatGPT is not honing their brand persona and voice with ChatGPT as the very first step. A lot of people will just put in generic prompts, not getting detailed and also not telling anything about their brands or their ideal customers. And then that's when they get frustrated when ChatGPT comes back with super basic responses. No, if instead you start by setting your ChatGPT up for success by telling it who your brand is, who your ideal customers are, and also your brand's personality and voice, you will get responses that make sense for your brand and copy that actually is written very much like your brand. Believe me, I have done a lot of testing of this with Feel Good Social. Plus, with our new brand persona mini course, I have heard from our students that the results are crazy when you can hone your brand's persona first with ChatGPT and then start using it in all the ways in your business. Because you wouldn't expect a new intern to do a good job or write great captions if they know nothing about your brand first. So think about it like that. When you tell ChatGPT about your brand's persona, core identity, who you're speaking to, your ideal customers, your brand's personality and writing style and tone of voice and formatting preferences and all of that stuff, that is giving ChatGPT the ability to give you the best responses, the best content ideas, and write the best copy for you. So if you do want a step-by-step guide that you can follow and complete in less than an hour so you can just get this out of the way and finally hit the ground running using ChatGPT for your business, we do have our new brand persona mini course. It is only $27 until Black Friday, and then I am raising the price. So definitely go snag it now. We will walk you through 2 proven methods for honing your brand voice, all of the specific details that you need to tell ChatGPT in order to understand your brand, and how you can set your ChatGPT up for success so that it is always going to give you the best responses possible. This comes with plug and play prompts that you can use. Plus, with this mini course, we actually have a bonus lesson where you can create your own brand voice style guide, as well as a customizable Canva template. And in less than an hour, you will have set your ChatGPT up for success, having honed your brand persona and voice with ChatGPT so that you can get ChatGPT to start working for you in a way that is aligned with you. If you're interested in snagging this course, head to AuthenticAIforentrepreneurs.com/mini course, and that is where you can find all the details and sign up now. Okay, the third rookie mistake I see a lot of people making is not going back and forth with ChatGPT in a collaborative and iterative way, and instead just thinking that it's a one prompt and done sort of situation. Often when people are just starting out, they're just going to ChatGPT saying, hey, ChatGPT, can you do this for me? And then whatever ChatGPT throws back their way, they're like, this wasn't that helpful. I have a lot of revising to do. Not all of the ideas you threw my way were great, or I wish you wouldn't have listed all of these ideas. I wish you would have gotten more specific with this one idea or cut it down to the most important things. Now you've given me way too much information that doesn't necessarily make sense for my brand, that's kind of unhelpful, and I have way more work to do than if I would have just done it myself in the first place without ChatGPT's help. I have been there, my friend, and here is the thing. It took me a while to realize the more you can go back and forth with ChatGPT, the more you can collaborate on the messaging and the strategy and the specific wording and the format and all the different stuff, the more you can tell it, get specific with these things and or brainstorm different ways to say this. That is when you land on magic. That is how you end up with something that really makes sense for your brand, that feels unique to your brand and is super, super helpful for you, but you still cut your time in half because you did most of the critical thinking and you let ChatGPT do the grunt work, right? ChatGPT is not a one and done situation. In fact, I want to encourage you to never take the first response ChatGPT throws your way, because the first response is going to be more basic, more generic. It is more likely to pop up in someone else's ChatGPT in a similar way, right? But the more you can hone in on specific things, be picky and choosy about the copy that you want to use, ask it to expand on this or come up with different ways to say that, like that is how you get to the ultimate best response that you can then take and use. So I say anytime you go into ChatGPT, try not to take the first response that throws your way. Plan on asking it 5 follow-up questions and then see where you end up. Because I promise that final response is going to be way better than the original response. And it's not going to sound as robotic and ChatGPT-y, right? So there you have it, my friend. The 3 rookie mistakes that I see the most people making, especially when they're just starting out in the AI world, is 1, thinking that AI knows all and can do all, which it doesn't and it can't. 2, not honing your brand persona with ChatGPT first so it fully understands your brand and can work for your brand in a way that aligns with your brand, right? And then 3rd, not going back and forth and iterating and collaborating with ChatGPT to get to that magic, and instead just settling for that first kind of generic and boring response. So I promise you, if you take action to fix these rookie mistakes that you might be making, you will truly start getting better responses from ChatGPT. You will see a difference. You will start being able to do more things in your business more quickly without sacrificing your authenticity, strategy, or values. So if you did enjoy this episode, if you do implement these tips, I would love to hear your aha moments. I would love to hear your results. And I would just simply love to connect with you. I am at Feel Good Social or at Authentic AI for Entrepreneurs on Instagram. Either of those accounts, you can reach me. Send me a message. Let me know that you came from the podcast. And if you are wanting to hone your brand persona for ChatGPT in less than an hour so that you can hit the ground running getting ChatGPT to work for your brand, check out our Brand Persona for ChatGPT mini course. It is amazing. It's only $27 right now, so go snag it. It's authenticaiforentrepreneurs.com/mini course. That's where you can sign up now, and in less than an hour, you'll get ChatGPT to work for you in a way that's aligned with you. All right. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will catch you next time I catch you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Authentic AI for Entrepreneurs, my friend. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen to your shows. And hey, while you're at it, we would truly love for you to give us 5 stars and leave us a friendly review, because that will do so much to help us reach more down-to-earth folks like you and spread our authentic AI message even further. If you're looking for show notes and even more resources for using AI in your business, visit our website now at DIYwith.ai. Just open up your browser and type DIYWITH.AI, hit enter, and you'll find everything that you need to start up leveling your business with AI today.